can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. Robertson. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Brought down by the quarterback, William Jackson.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Over the middle, complete. That's Robertson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. This will be caught by Brown. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. On 1st down, it's Robertson. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's caught. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man, complete. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, it's Cohen, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the gun on third down, Newton. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this out past the 25. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Robertson. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the safety creep.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They go play action now. Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Moss. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
First down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. First down, a run with Cohen. Runs through the contact. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Off play action. Newton. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, trying to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, Creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right. We got three, fellas, we got 3.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Going deep down. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Houston. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point from McManus is good, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7.
You got it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the 27, Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Jackson from the shotgun. Over the middle, it's complete. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And some space here. The 20. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson now throwing on 3rd and long. And this is caught at the 8. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He's got Smith here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains.
1st down, Houston.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Here we go. Mike 48, Mike 48.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
20.
A final shot before the break. Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
1st down, Gunners.
That's it. What is it? Mr. Mike right here. We go Mike 40, Mike 40. Bring it. Bring it.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On On 2nd and 12. Newton going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd down, it's Robertson. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not...
It got his man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
1st down, Houston.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
No.
Operating from the gun, Newton. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
1st down, Gunners.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They run. This is Cohen. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Here we go. Right in here. Here I come. Here I come. Hey. Here I come. Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Look at him.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. And he completes it to Cohen. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
What's tight? Tight ends right. What's tight?
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This thrown quickly out to Jones. Touchdown, Houston. Julio Jones. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Check safety, check safety. Check 31, check 31.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Ravens push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Watch the run, watch the run. 8, 8. Mike 40, Mike 40. Yep. Watch the twist.
On 1st down, it's Newton. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the pass.
Draw play. Cohen. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up. Bang! Bang!
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll run on 1st down. Robertson, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They don't want it.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge. Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continue.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
McManus's point after is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, it's Robertson, and he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Throwing is Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. Stopped short, down at the 1. Had the great move, but couldn't get all the way to the end zone. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. They'll run it with Hill. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Justice Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Ravens push further out in front.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with under 1 minute to go now in the football game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
They'll run on 1st down. Robertson. They had a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Ravens, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and